All right. I've got it. I've got it. It says my laptop that we are live. Yay. Another Tuesday. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. And welcome to another Truth Runners talk show. Today, I am having the great pleasure to have my guest, Carina. Welcome, Carina.
Thank you so much, Christina, for inviting me to this. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. What you have to know about Carina is that she was raised and born in Sweden, and she is a grandmother of three. Am I right?
Yeah, I
Grandmother
am.
of three. She's been through a lot throughout her life, and right now she is on the point when she is a coach, an author, a mentor, a Reiki healer, and a massage therapist. I'm going to ask about this a little bit later, but she accumulated a lot of knowledge over the time. She experienced a lot over the time, and we chose our topic from today to be self-talk. So, guys, if you have any questions on self-talk, we are here for you today together with Carina to explore and to find out what exactly that is, how we talk to ourselves. So, are you ready, Carina, for that?
I'm absolutely ready. I am. Really.
One more thing about Carina, what you have to know, guys, is that she's really passionate. I'm going to read this one because it's a nice one.
Yeah.
She's passionate about children growing up with good self-esteem. And this is very important, really. And most importantly, loving themselves for who they really are. And Carina is doing this by teaching parents, actually, to develop better self-esteem and by helping them to practice self-love themselves. And this is beautiful. And I'm saying this because I think that it is very important that parents to be good first and then the kids are good first, right, Carina?
Yeah, absolutely. It is.
All right, so let's see about what exactly is self-talk. I know that this is an internal dialogue, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? How we talk to ourselves? What are we doing in our mind? Is that conscious? Is that subconscious? How does this work?
Yeah. So for me, it has been a lot of noise in my head.
Let me tell you, it's not just you. I think all of us, there's a lot of noise out there. Chitty, chitty, chatty all day long.
Yeah, exactly. And all the things about we say to ourselves, or the things we say to in our head about other people, about situations like that. For me, it has been a lot of self-destructive thoughts. It means that I have been yelling to myself. So all about how wrong I was, that people didn't like me. I was not enough to be with people. And all that self-talk. I could be in situations when people were talking to each other and like that, and I was just sitting inside myself in my thoughts and think about, I have nothing to say, they don't want to listen to me, what has I to come with, all that stuff, and all that I don't look good enough, I am not thin enough, I'm not, all this stuff. And for me, I don't just believe, I really do know that everything we think because everything is energy. So
Absolutely.
somehow everything we think are going to be, like manifesting. And if we are stuck in a lot of bad thoughts,
Mm.
because the thoughts get to a feeling, and then we are going to feel that way. This is what we are sending out. And then
That's
it's what's going on inside of us. And I really do believe that our body don't like this. For me, it's not yet for the body that what we put into our mouth, but the thoughts we think about ourselves and about others.
I totally agree, Carina. And before we move on, I would love to say hello to Anu. Thank you, Anu, for watching us today. Welcome.
Hello.
And I just would love to go back to one of your thoughts. I just made some notes, and you said that thoughts can be self-destructive. And then you mentioned that we are energy.
Yeah.
And I remember reading or talking actually and experiencing of myself, and we are saying that not only the brain, the mind, but every cell of the body has memories.
Yeah.
So I think when you say that we are energy, and our thought affects not just, it affects our body. This is what you were saying, right? When you
Yeah.
said that we are energy and our thought affects, it's not just what we eat, the food, actually what we eat, but the thoughts, what we are feeding our body. It is very, very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. It really is. And I think it breaks down our body. And I think our body is so profound. So if we really listen to our body and we really feel inside what's happening, then I think everyone can heal.
Absolutely.
But we
I
have to
love that.
we have to come to awareness and start to observing ourselves.
How can one be aware, or how can one start actually to think or to realize, okay, I'm my 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 mind is, driving me in a bad direction. My thoughts are negative about myself. What can I do? What do you need to get in that point, actually?
Yeah.
Because many people are not aware. They are just living their lives, like it's like a hamster wheel, doing the same things all day long, right? Having the same thoughts, always blaming others and blaming the system, and not even wanting to change because they don't know that they need to change. And they live a whole lifetime not knowing that actually they are the cause of their misery.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does it take actually to say, to click, okay, I need to change?
I think it's
What was
different.
yours? What was yours?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think it's different. For me,
Yes.
it was when I was out walking with my daughter and her dog.
Mm.
And I got that feeling inside of me that she really don't know what to say to me because she's so
Oh,
afraid to hurt me.
okay. Wow. That's
And right there and then I just get the feeling of I don't want to do this to her. She don't
mm,
I don't want her to feel that way.
mm,
So there is where I start my journey to really do something because I really believe that if I am in a way right now and I don't change anything
mm,
in inside of me, then I'm going to have the same life in 5 years from now,
yeah,
in 10 years from now.
yeah.
And we are never going to do something about outside of us. So we can't change
The
another
outside.
person. We
Exactly.
can't. We really have to change the inside. And when we start to, for the first, for me, it was like, I was, well, okay, this is my life. This is what I get. Okay. Then when I really realized, no, I can do another life. I can change my life.
Yes.
But then we have our subconscious mind.
Yes, that's the
Yes.
one. The subconscious
Yeah.
mind.
And the subconscious mind is so used to do the same thing, have the same thoughts, have
Yeah.
the same feeling, really think about the situation the same way. And this really comes automatically.
Yeah.
So here is the work.
Exactly. I
Because,
remember, I'm
yeah,
sorry, I remember when I started to work on myself, I myself do really had that negative self-talk and all the, let me say it in this way, shitty thing in my head. But I was so used to talk myself down that when I actually I was like, okay, Christina, from now on, only positive. But it was really hard in the beginning because when I said a positive thought, 10 other negatives, the ones I get used with before came, no, 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 no. Yeah, no, no, no. I'm not used with this. Go back to that. And it takes really, you know, for me, it was really willpower actually, to practice, practice, practice to change
yeah.
that.
And absolutely, it's not just. I heard so much about positive thinking and all of that. And for me, it hasn't been just like
No,
think
everybody think that
positive.
it happens just like
Yeah,
that, but
no.
it's not.
And I really do believe, and absolutely right now, that for us that have lived many years, we have been through a lot of things. We have been in situations. We have been with people. We have been in the school system. We have been in the system of all. And along the time, we have things that have affected us. And this can be little things. This can be big things. No, I mean, it can be from somebody hurting us, or somebody didn't listen to us, or somebody said, you are wrong, or somebody been abused, or whatever it is. And this gets stuck in us. And I really do believe that this thing has to be seen. Because for me, it has been this way. I could work with myself, I can do the positive thinking and all of that. But when I really start to accept whole of me, now I mean the things that I today can think is nice, and the things that before I really think was the dark side of me. And I do believe every person that has lived a long time have something inside of them that they don't really like that much. And what we do is we put down it and put down it. We numbed it. For me, it has been shopping. It has been drinking wine Friday, Saturday, just to get in relaxed state. For people, it can be eating, it can be watching TV, or to not look at what the thing we have in us that is screaming to be seen, really. But when we can be with it, and for me, one thing has been, or the first thing for me was to do the mirror work.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah, and it has been hard for me, really, to just
Tell
get
me,
in the
tell me,
mirror.
tell me about the mirror work.
Yeah. So, because I think, like I said, the part of us that has been hurt, it can be that we don't even remember.
Yeah.
But we have things that do that maybe we get scared. Uh, we have feelings that arise. It maybe we project them into another
Mhm.
people or in a situation, or like that, or we just don't want to. No, 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 no. But they will come and they want to be seen. That's my proof, anyway. So for me, it was, and this is from Louise L. Hay, author and a lecturer that I really, really love, her book, to really take the mirror and look at yourself and to sit and breathe with yourself. And it can be hard. Maybe you will put down the mirror.
You know, I'm sorry for interrupting,
Yeah,
Carina, but in
absolutely,
the
Christina.
beginning, when you just take the mirror, we always look in the mirror, right?
Yeah,
But we never see us, never see ourselves.
no,
Because we look in the mirror to make up, you know,
yeah,
to look, and in my case, to see my wrinkles.
yeah, of course,
But I never, ever looked really in my eyes.
no. And there is the thing, really.
So
So
the
to
hard work, I think, is the mirror work. It starts there when you deeply look into your own eyes and
yeah,
actually see your soul. That's a
yeah,
hard one, though.
that's the hard one.
But
Because,
you know, I think it's worth it. It's worth trying and trying. It might be difficult in the beginning. It
yeah,
might be easy. It might work naturally. You say, okay, I just look into my own eyes and I see myself actually for the first time who I
yeah,
really am.
yeah,
It might be. You know, we are all human. We are all different. And mirror work can work differently on each and one of us, right?
mm,
Some might cry, some might laugh, some might say,
yeah,
what a stupid thing. But just keep trying and trying. And I
yeah,
really, really love the mirror work, what you were saying, because it's despite the fact that it's a really hard one, because you have to really, really look at yourself and you
mm,
cannot lie to yourself forever, right? And the
no,
mirror work can help you to actually see who you truly are.
yeah.
I love that.
Uh, I think that's what most of every children wants to. It's to be
Mhm.
seen, really.
To be
And
seen and to be
yeah,
heard,
uh,
because
yeah,
I
and
remember you telling that when you were a kid, you know, you were really shy. You were just in
yeah,
your corner. You never even talked. So you
no,
were afraid to be heard. You were afraid to be seen.
yeah,
And yeah, that's stuff. I just love your courage, and I really, really, really admire the person who you become. And all because of your child, right?
mm,
She was an external trigger actually, right? But
mm,
it was a trigger and made you think that you need to change.
mm,
And you know, when the change starts, because change is there inevitably, but it's really our up to us if we
mm,
embrace it
mm,
or if we put it away and we just stay where we are,
yeah.
right?
I think we are here to grow. So
Absolutely.
I really think, again, our body is talking to us. Really, for me, it really has been that way, and it,
Tell me what happened, if you don't mind.
yeah. First of all, the first thing was about my stomach when
Mhm. Yes.
in late in my life, maybe I think it was maybe 5, 6 years ago. Then I have felt a lot of year that my stomach was blowing up and like that, and it hurts a little bit. And then I, how do you say, have both gluten and milk allergy.
Allergy.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was my first second. And then I continuing stress and like that, and think I, can do all. And then I went to the hospital the first time, and with high blood pressure. And then I did something for a while, relaxed, start to eat better and like that. And then I was in the same thing again.
Back again.
And then back again. And then I really, when I was at the hospital, I really, and this was even when I was out learning people. So, about the subconscious we were talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is very interesting to see, Carina, that how much actually our thought can affect our body, how we can cause illnesses to ourselves. And I think, and I've seen, and I've experienced, and you yourself on yourself, that if you can cause a sickness, an illness, a pain in your body, the same way with your own thoughts, you can take that away. It will take a while, and it will take practice, like everything.
Absolutely.
But it is possible. You can, that sentence, I just love it. You can heal your life, not just your thoughts. You can heal your body, you can heal your soul. And it's very, very important.
Yeah, and that's what Louise L. Hay writes about in her book, that you can heal your life. And for me, it's absolutely true. But it is really to start to accept yourself, recognize yourself, both the dark and the light inside of you. And I think we can heal very quick. For some, maybe it takes, like for me, sometimes. But
for me too, don't worry.
Yeah, but I know someone who said, I think it was in the Course of Miracles, it's just a shift in our awareness.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
there is this thing, Carina, when in order to see the light, first you have to experience darkness. But if you're not in darkness, you don't know what the light looks like. You don't know what to look for. And also the shift, it can happen in seconds, but it can happen in years. It's different because we are all unique, we are all different. It can be different for everyone. But if you don't even give it a try, then how would you know?
No,
and that's why it's self-talk, the way how you talk to yourself. Just talk to yourself and talk to yourself nicely. Talk to yourself like you talk to a friend. I always say this. You wouldn't talk badly to a friend, right? You wouldn't say the words you are saying to yourself to a friend. You wouldn't. Now, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah. And I think this is something we should learn about when we are little kids.
Yes, absolutely.
But then there is something else I really want to say, because I really think that every person are doing the best they can.
The best they can.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because for me, I think I have done some stupid things.
I think everybody, Carina.
Yeah. But then I really have started to think and try to get into myself that, okay, I was there then. Now I'm here.
Yes, I'm not there anymore.
No. And I think that's part of our journey here to
It's beautiful.
yeah, really.
I remember, and that just came in my mind that before we started this live, actually, you said something that I really, really loved and I wrote down, is that we are here, to realize that we are at the end, after all, we are all humans. And I would
Yeah.
combine your thought with what actually we were, always learning and saying to one another that, and I think Connie was the one who said that I think we are souls having a human experience, and I love that.
Yeah.
And we learn in our own rhythm, in our own path, how to be a good human, how to be the best version of ourselves. And I think each and every one of us is doing the best. But sometimes a tiny bit of help,
Yeah.
tiny bit of help,
Yeah.
just not necessarily from the outside, just tiny, I would say just a little bit help yourself.
Yeah.
Just give yourself a little bit of credit. Give yourself a little bit of push.
Yeah.
And then the change will start, and you will see the start, the change, how the life is going to change.
Yeah.
And all it's coming from your self-talk. How do you talk to yourself?
Really. And the part is that some of our thoughts we don't even think about that we have. But when we start to recognize ourselves, then we can, oh my God, what am I talking about now in my head? Because some thought just goes and goes and goes and goes. And of course I have some nice thoughts too. It's not that I have, but before much of my thoughts were not so good to myself, and sometimes not so good about other people too. So I really can say that, because often when we feel bad, we have a tendency to think maybe bad things about other people too.
Yeah, that's the reflection,
Yeah, exactly. And I think whenever we see a person or hear a person, we can always think about that person is where it is.
Yeah.
And I think when we start to accept ourselves, start to be in the love ourselves, and with love, I really don't mean the love that is, oh, I love myself, I'm so good, I'm the best. No, it's a deeper love. It's the understanding about yourself, why you are the way you are. And when we really are in that place, then people can say what they want to us, because we are in a deep place and we can just hold the space for other people.
I say, from what you say, is that I am grounded in my heart.
Yeah.
I lose that sometimes. Even now, I have to confess, I'm losing it, honestly.
Me too.
I practice that daily, but sometimes I'm losing it.
Yeah.
But the difference is that I pull myself together faster.
Yeah.
Than a couple of years ago, or even a half a year ago. Yeah. I am able to reground myself again faster than before. And our brain, our subconscious mind is like any muscle, any other muscle. The more you train it, the more easy you can work with it. You can just bring back yourself.
Yeah. And I think our brain are so powerful.
Absolutely.
Really. All the amazing people that have brought so much to the world, and it wasn't an idea, and it happened in the brain. So we have a powerful brain, but we have to have our heart with us too.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
It's very interesting, because if you combine actually the brain with the heart, and you find the golden,
yeah,
that's who you really are. Because your brain, your mind is more logical, right?
Yeah.
Your heart, it goes more to the emotions.
Yeah.
Emotions you cannot really lie. So whatever happens in your heart, with emotions, it's gonna be in order for you to communicate, it is gonna be, formulated in your brain, in your mind, and you're gonna say it out loud or not. But it's really, really, it's an interconnection between them. That's very important. So our subconscious mind is really, really tricky. It's powerful, and we really have to work on it.
Yeah, we do.
What I would love to ask you is, I just wrote down a couple of practices how one who find or quote themselves, or they are aware that they have negative self-talk, right? They talk negatively, badly about themselves. How they can actually start, to practice positive self-talk, what they can do. The first thing what came in my mind is just write down affirmations, for example. But is there anything else what you have in your mind, how they can start to do this, to practice positive self-talk?
Yeah, about affirmations, I think they are very, very good. Like I said, first of all, to start to recognize that you have, start to recognize what you are thinking, because they are thoughts. So the first is that your thoughts isn't you. Our thought is something that we get on our way because of situation, person, or baggage we have with us.
Yeah, a lot.
So that's a first start. And then start to really recognize. You can ask yourself through the day, if something happens, if you get a feeling, you can ask yourself questions like, why do I feel like I do right now? What thought or what was I thinking about? And then you can grab, like you catch the thought or the meaning, what you have in your head there. And then you can start to say, I am not my thoughts. And then you can start to bring another thought. But the thing here for me has been, because if you say you have a thought like, oh, I'm so stupid, why couldn't I get it right, like that, and then you get a feeling because it's not a nice thought. For me, I couldn't dare say, oh, you're so good, Carina, you're the best. No, 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 no. I have to get first another thought that is in between. So, because for me it has been, and I don't say it has to be for everyone, because otherwise it's so far away.
Exactly.
It could be a thought like, I could be a little nicer about myself. It's like when you take the mirror and maybe you can't say, I love you direct, but you could say, I really want to start to think you are okay, And then this, like you said, this is a practice. You have to, I was listening to a person this day. She has deadly cancer, that she was so, she was so inspiring, and she was really glittery. And she has really worked with her brain, and that's why she really could be the way she were. And I thought that was so amazing. Again, what we really can do. And all this we have this side of us. I remember when someone said to me once, Carina, you have all inside of you. And I was, yeah, right. Maybe for others, but I don't have anything inside of me. But I just can say, when you start to really be with yourself, really take some time every day. You can start with 2 minutes, but you really is there for yourself. And I can guarantee things happen. It really does. Instead of going, always have before I have always something to do, so I didn't have to feel anything. Always like this, or eating, or drinking, or buying, or
always doing something, just don't sit
always.
down. I know.
So I don't have to feel one. And when you really start to feel, and sometimes it can be hard. Depends on what your feelings are. I can't say that. And it has been really perilous for me. So sometimes I have to, okay, it's enough, and then I have to go back. And I think this is our life. We are here to feel. We are here to feel things. So it is good and bad, and we are here to allow to have every feeling we have. Absolutely. And this is really for the children. Every feeling we have. You can be angry, you can be sad, you can be happy, you can laugh, you can that. Every feeling.
Just feel that feeling. Allow yourself to feel it.
As long as you don't hurt someone else. Yeah. What I have done, if I'm angry now, this was something I learned on a self-awareness course. Take a pillow.
Yes.
Just put a pillow, scream in it. Get rid of your angriness. You are angry for something. So instead of projecting it into another person or to whatever, or just put down it in your body.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
But it's the same as crying. Cry. It's so healing.
Yes, I know now.
Yeah. And before, I didn't cry.
Never tried. Neither do I.
No.
Yes, I
But
know.
I
know. I don't cry.
No.
You know, I grew up with boys don't cry. Of course.
Exactly. So it's not. That is nothing to cry about with them.
Yes.
I have said to my children and like that, and of course, again, we are people. We are humans, so we were there then, and we can even do it now because we have. But instead, we are allowed. We are here to have our feelings and to feel what's going on.
But what I'm saying, and what just came in my mind is, yes, we have to, and it's very good to allow those feelings, but it's a choice how long you stay, for example, in a negative feeling, which is on the downer. Because your thoughts, what do you think? It's a choice. It's like, what do you eat? It's a choice. And how long you stay in a bad emotion, it's again a choice.
It's always your choice. Always my choice.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm telling you, I used to blame others.
Me too.
For what happens with me. But at the end of the day, I realized it wasn't them. It wasn't me who made that choice.
Yeah.
And it wasn't me. Okay, every choice has a consequence, right? But it was me who made that choice. So I learned that I can choose my thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? I am now more aware about the thoughts I'm having. Yes, I do have negative self-talk, right? Sometimes. Yes, I do have negative thoughts.
Me too.
But building up self-awareness, you can catch them really quick and change that, right?
Yeah.
I do have sometimes negative emotions because there is a lot of work still to do. So I do have a lot of things inside me, but it is my choice. How long I'm staying in that anger, how long I'm staying in that grief, how long I'm staying in that playing the victim role, because I'm so good in that role. It is my choice.
And one thing I have learned too is, because I work so with myself and like that, and like you said, we can fall back into that. And again, the most important thing there is to not yell at us again. It's really okay. this happened now, Carina. Okay, you know, and because there are so many times I have been like, oh, I should have come longer in my life. And but then someone said to me, Damian, I'm yelling at myself and don't think I'm good enough and like that. No, we are where we are.
We are always on the right place,
Yeah,
and we are always where we supposed to
yeah,
be. I could go here in a lot of things, about the
yeah,
universe and stuff like
yeah.
that was going on. But today's topic is self-talk, so let's keep it on this way. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go really, 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 really deep. I would love to really thank you for all the beautiful thoughts and that you shared your story. Really, you know what I really, really admire, and um, I admire the courage for all those women and men, putting themselves out there and telling their story. And this is what all about, real life stories. Yes, I've been there. I've been struggling. I sometimes do it, but I'm not afraid to tell you, look, here I have been and here I am right now. And it takes a lot of courage actually to make your voice heard, to make yourself seen, and all because it's not just healing yourself, it's about healing others.
Yeah.
It's about putting it out there. Come on, guys, if I can do it. Look, I've come so far. Okay, I'm in the middle of the road probably, but that's okay because I just started the trip. I started the journey and I'm on it. So come, do your part, do work on your own.
Yeah.
Do the shadow work. Love that inner child. Go back to it. Change that thought.
Yeah.
Change that thought because it is your choice, your life. You can mold your life the way you want it. It's not an external. Nobody. There is not one person who can make you happy, make you sad, make you rich, or make you wealthy or poor. It's you. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So true. Really so true.
I would love to thank you so much, Carina. Before we end, is there any, not advice, but last word, let's put it this way, what would you like to share? And guys, if you have any questions, just please put them in the comments below, even during this live, or if you watch this on the replay. And Carina and myself, we are going to try to answer all of your questions you might have. And before we finish, I would love to ask Carina, is there any thought, any final thought, what you would love to say? What you would love to share with us today?
Yeah, I just want to say, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Because you don't know, you really don't know, absolutely don't know what's happened in another person.
That's true.
We don't.
Beautifully said.
We
all have our...
Yeah. So true. So yeah. And,
thank you so much.
I really think if everyone will start to go inside of themselves, start accepting themselves, start to look at themselves, then we can change the world.
Yes.
And that's why I most work with parents, because I love children, and the children is the one who's going to be
the
in
future,
the future of our world. So if we can go through the parents so they can get a really ground, love and accept themselves, and if everything is energy, then we affect our children. I wish that I knew what I knew now when my children were small. I really wish.
It's never too late, Carina.
No, and I was there then. I know that. So all about forgiving yourself too. really.
Yes, we had a nice talk about forgiveness as well. You know, forgive
Yeah,
yourself, forgive others, okay,
yeah,
but
forgive
forgive
others.
yourself.
Yeah,
All
really.
right. And this is another very, very important thing,
It
self-talk,
is.
but forgive yourself,
Yeah, we
not
are
just
only
others.
who we are human. We
Absolutely.
do as
All
best as
right,
we
guys,
can.
you can reach out to Karina on her Facebook, and I'm going to ask her to, or we are going to put her details in the comments below and also in the description of this live. So whoever feel that need a little bit of help, or you are a parent who would love to have a little bit of guidance, you know, or you just feel that, okay, Karen is resonating with me. I have my own questions, but I just don't dare to put that in the comments because I don't want people to see that. Okay, this is another topic, but don't worry. Just text Karina, get in touch with her, and I'm absolutely sure that you will be in the best possible hands and she can answer your questions in private. I would love to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Karina, for accepting my invitation. And it was a real pleasure talking with you. It was an experience. And oh my God, I just admire you for
Yeah,
who
thank
you
you.
are. And thank you
You
very
too.
much, guys, for watching us. We are going to come back next Tuesday. So stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.